One of the most very difficult things about electronic music is the nature of it being so very static and repetitive. And for this very reason, we have to understand how to create variation, how to build transitions and tension release. All good art, theater, music, film experiments continuously with tension and release. And we're going to do that same thing as well. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create some clips for yourself that function as builds and whooshes and risers and all this sort of thing. All right, so I've just created an empty set here. I'm going to go to collision and just drag in this all alone and arm the track, right click and say insert MIDI clip. And then with my headphones selected, just going to find some kind of a tone here. Take that one. And with my length, I'm going to take this up to, say, 5 bars and do something like this up till bar 5. Okay, and what I want to do is make it so that it dies out a little better here. That's about right. And I want this to be louder, so get over here, experiment with this a little bit. Volume. That's all I have. Just a simple one-note hit. And I'm going to make it exactly 4 bars. And now what I'm going to do is right-click this and say freeze. And what this does is renders it as audio. And then if I say flatten, it's going to take away the instrument entirely and leave me with just an audio track. And there it is. All right, and it's twice as long as I want it to be, so I'm going to say crop sample. And then I'm going to say reverse. And what this is going to do is function as a transition clip. Okay, and it's got a nice little bounce on the end. I'm going to go into the envelope mode and exacerbate this a little bit. So I hit down the control key and get a nice ramp like this. And this is just going to be a one-shot clip. I'm going to make it 5 bars so that it ends just like that. And I now have a whoosh that I can put into any song. And I'm going to make it as a one-shot. A one-shot is something that just plays once. Here it is again. I actually want to have more volume out front. Okay, and this will help me do a transition with this. So Command R gives me a rename. BB freeze whoosh. And in my user library, I have a bunch of folders that I've created. And basically I call it the Trail of Tears. Whenever I find something I like, I put it into my own library. And sure enough, I have some one-shots in here. And I'm just going to drag this over. And there it is. I can come into any new session and go, I wonder what this sounds like, and put it on. And there it is. Okay. One other way to make a whoosh is I'm just going to search under my browser for snare and find something. One of these is fine. I'm just going to take it out here. And this time I'm going to hold hold the clip and select the tab key, and that brings it over here, and I want to put it on the front right at bar 1. And I want to select this button that basically says, are you sure, dude? Because what you got going on the other window is not what you got going here. And I say, yeah, I'm sure. So there I have that. And I'm just going to grab one little section of this, something like this right here. Trim it up nicely by turning my grid off, getting right up on it. Yeah, it's not the best, but let me see if I can persevere and get something better. I want more of a high tone here. Okay, that'll do. And I'll just take it right back to 1. And I go over here, wipe this search and audio effects, reverb, put it right there. And I want to, in my patches, I want to get a huge cathedral or something. Put the decay time way up, pre-delay way down. Okay, just like so. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to call it, say 5 bars again. Put this grid back on by right-clicking. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Right-click this. I might want to show you a little bit about adding some volume to this. So in my parameters here, I can say mixer volume. And I basically want to take this, draw 2 points in there. Something like this, just to taste or whatever. And then I'm going to take this track and say freeze, but it's going to stop me because it's going to say track 2 has no audio output. To freeze, so I say okay, and I'm just going to get rid of track 2 for now. And then say freeze. And there it is. And now I'm going to say flatten. Flatten is just going to marry this reverb right there like this. And so this is my new sample. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to reverse it. Start it sooner here. Okay, I'm going to get out of my envelope mode, and then I'm going to take this and crop it. So now it's a perfect little clip, and then I'm going to select, hold it, and tab key back over to this audio track. And I have a little bit of a... Okay, so one way to get rid of this is to select, hold it, and take it back over to this track, and go up to fades, and then just create a little fade. Okay, I'm going to take this and consolidate it. So Command J is a consolidation. It basically is going to marry that fade in there. So I select the clip and Command J, take the fade window out of there, and Command R, rename it. BB backwards clong. And then I'm going to go to my user library, one shots, put it in there. Okay, and basically you're doing sound design. Okay, and that's that. You can hear some of my other ones that I've made. Okay, that's the one I just made. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to create risers.